AITA for not letting my sister come to my wedding, being only 1 year apart. I 25F have always had a pretty good relationship with my sister. I met a guy named Jay, not real name, 4 years ago. We have instantly connected, started dating quickly. He is an amazing person and I couldn't be happier. He is Korean, born there and moved in this country when he was a child. My parents had no problem with it, but my sister started making jokes every time he was around, joking about him eating dogs, having small genitals, being made out of rice and pretty much all that racist stuff. I have tried telling her it was racism and non-acceptable, but she is always saying it is just a joke, and telling me I was terrible for calling her a racist. Jay always told me not to get mad or yell because he didn't want to cause any problems, didn't want me to speak for him, so I didn't, but at the same time I am always angry whenever that happens. Anyways, we have announced our engagement lately. We are getting married next month. My family was very happy for me, his family too. Now, my sister is supposed to be my bridesmaid, but the more the wedding approaches, the more comments my fiancé is getting. Lately, she has been telling us how worried she was that the ceremony is going to be an Asiatic bullshit and we are all going to catch COVID-19 due to my in-laws coming. Also, I have learned she told Jay to try to get his eye bigger for the pictures, and she even told me I could always change my mind and marry a real guy. Last night, I talked to Jay and asked him about his feelings. He confessed that, obviously, he was getting tired of the racist comments. It was my cue to act, as I also was getting more and more upset and also frustrated to watch him get insulted without doing anything. So I called my sister and told her that the only way she was coming to the wedding was if she stopped her racist comments and apologized to my fiancé. She refused and acted as if I was the one at fault, yelling at her like that even though she was only joking, etc. I was very tired and told her I am not inviting her anymore until she changes. Now her and my parents are mad at me for doing that, saying I am overreacting and should not ban my sister for such an important event. But I am sick of that and not changing my decision. But Jay told me I should not do that, as it is a bit harsh and would pain my sister. He said it would be mean, so now I am conflicted. Am I in the wrong? Update: wow. Thank you so much for all the wonderful and so helpful comments. I deeply apologize if I didn't answer, but I read all of them. I did realize how bad of a person my sister is and has always been towards Jay and I. In a way, I also realized that, since my love and I are planning to start a family, I would never accept any kind of comments towards my child, ever, so I better start reacting now. I talked to Jay and asked him how he would want me to handle the situation, as to make sure my decisions would not harm him. I also explained to him that while he was being extremely nice and an amazing kind person, he was allowed to be mad and that this treatment was not only unfair but disgusting, and that it also hurts me to see him suffer like this, that he was also part of my family. After having this talk, he agreed on me not allowing my sister to come, and thanked me. I apologized for not doing something sooner. We had a really emotional conversation. I feel like he is really relieved. I am so glad. So I called my sister, in Visio. I told her that I would not allow a racist person coming to our wedding, that her jokes were just excuses to blatant racism and very hurtful, and that if she had an internal deeper problem with Jay, she could talk to me, but she didn't. She kept going on about how I was terrible and mean and she didn't do anything that bad. I gave her a last chance to make amends. She didn't take it. So now she is definitely not going to our wedding. I have made sure of that, as well as our married life. As long as she doesn't apologize and set things right, she is not allowed near my family. My love is happy and relieved with that decision too, which is the most important part for me. I have also talked to my parents, as recommended, and told them that if they believed she was innocent or had the same point of view as her, they were not welcome as well. They told me they don't, so I am allowing them but keeping an open eye, just in case. Since I am still mad at them for siding with her in the first place, I do feel better, and I will definitely be more assertive starting now. I will not allow anything else like this. Also, to the persons asking why I reacted so late to all the racist comments, I did insult and or yell at her a lot of times at the beginning. We have had multiple discussions, but that made Jay quite upset. He later told me he didn't like conflict, especially because of him, and didn't want me to be mad for him. I told him he was allowed to be mad and not take it, but he didn't want to listen. We have had a long discussion and he asked me to never get angry on his behalf or say something, as it would hurt him. I didn't like it, but after a few more conversations I felt like he was pretty stoic on this. It of course doesn't excuse the fact that I should have reacted sooner. It is totally on my fault and I do feel responsible. It is just to give further information. Well, now he knows I won't take it anymore. I hope you all have an amazing day. I will update again if anything else happen, even if I made myself clear with her. If I should do something more or say something else, please do tell me. I don't want to make any more mistake. NTA, if you don't stand up for your husband now, then when? When the comments about your children start, will it be okay to joke about your children's heritage? No, of course it won't be. If your sister can't stop her racist comments, then she has no place in the most important day of your life. And to be clear, you haven't banned her from your wedding. You gave her a choice that she was to be respectful or she was to not be there. She has told you that she will not be respectful, therefore she has chosen to not attend. Thank you. I understand your point of view. You are right. It will definitely be something I don't want. Next time your parents say it is a joke, tell them it's a racist joke and you will not tolerate it. Ask them, since it is all just a joke, if it would be okay to make a social media post of sister's greatest quotes and tag in all their friends and her employer. Then after they calm down, ask them why it is okay for her to say that crap to his face that they would not want repeated in public. NTA, you had been if you invited your sister, your wedding, you choose who to invite, and you really want a racist who called your wedding bullshit. They're insulting your in-laws and husband. Just joking is a lame excuse if the target of the joke doesn't find it funny. It is not funny. Stick to your guns and keep her out. 3. NTA, this will be your Korean fiancé's family's first time meeting yours. Do you want your racist sister to be there? Half the guests will be his and none of them will find her funny. NTA, I probably wouldn't invite my parents either. This isn't a situation of your sister not knowing she's making insensitive comments. She's a racist. I have a sister I didn't invite to my wedding and I have no regrets. You did say she could attend if she apologizes. Sounds reasonable, but based on sis's behavior until now, I don't think he could reasonably count on her not to spout more racist shit at the wedding and then try to excuse it later. There is nothing within me that would allow a known racist at my wedding, especially if the target of the behavior was my intended. Think long and carefully about inviting your sister means here. NTA, true. I just read this to my 25-year-old daughter. She's white and her fiancé is Vietnamese. She is mortified and had a few choice words. I am also white and my ex-husband is Viet. The first comment would have seen the racist booted from any circle that I and my ex moved in. Ask your parents if they find your sister's comments funny. My sister started making jokes every time he was around, joking about him eating dogs, having small genitals, being made out of rice and pretty much all that racist stuff. She is racist. You should not have her as a bridesmaid. If the parents defend the sister, they should not be invited either. They stuck up for the racist so they are just as bad. Best wishes to OP and her fiancé. I hope they have a beautiful, drama and racist-free wedding. NTA for like 900 reasons. But I will start with these. 1. It's your wedding and you are the one who dictates who will attend, not your parents, not your racist sister, either. 2. This behavior goes far deeper than joking. It's racist. It's openly disrespectful to you, not to mention J, and it's unending. I suspect she knows exactly how racist she is, but just in case you don't, she's capital R, Southern American cop-level racist. 3. You are about to be married, which means your fiancé transitions into your new #1 priority, not your sister, not your parents' approval, not the family's hurt feelings. J. And tolerating this bullshit is no way to respect your husband. Put this idiot in her place and then ducking leave her there. Please subscribe.